Hey, welcome back. I am Ed from Kansas City. Show me state, Missouri. All right. So we did a video. I don't know if you caught the last video on whether you should have your listings, if you're an eBay seller, whether you should have your listings set to accept returns or to set your listings to seller does not accept returns. And I was talking about that particular video on the pros and cons, kind of weighed in on that a little bit, and just from my experience, my take on who actually does it best serves, whose interest is it best in, and who does it benefit the most. And for the most part, that benefits the platforms, the mega corporate companies, the big companies such as eBay and Amazon. It's better suited and put in place for them to portray or to extend out to customers abroad, to kind of like more welcoming them in of you're gonna be able to shop with so much confidence. And the downside is that tends to be so heavily abused, and is to sellers such as myself and others who are adversely affected by those bad practices. So what we're going to get in today is, now keep in mind that I did say in that video, if you haven't seen that video, check out that video and the other videos that I've made. There are some informative videos. There's videos with lots of cool stuff on them. So you have all of that there. So check it out if you would. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys for watching in. So what we're going to talk about today, though, we're going to talk about customer returns in general. Now, we just did the video on should you accept returns or should you not accept returns. I'm about to go over in this video of about 3 or 4 times where we had returns requested. Now, these were all listings that did not have that 30-day returns for free, or buyer pays return to ship them. These are all customers that purchased from us on eBay that we did not have it set on our listings as seller accepts returns. So these were all listings that were set as seller does not accept returns. And it's good that I'm sharing this with you because I want to show you, even though we're talking about returns, this video is going to show you kind of, in a sense, the adverse way of returns. So with that being said, let's get into the first subject here. Okay, so the first one, as you can see, we're just dealing with a Blu-ray new seal. Now, it clearly, when the buyer goes on here, he's looking for that item. He's looking for that best offer. He's looking for the best price. He's looking for a reputable seller. A lot of things are in place. So what we get here is we get the Dark Knight. Now, I want to show you some pictures of this. As you can see, it's sealed. I'm just kind of just showing you some markings where this is. We only had one of these that this person got. We only had one of these available, and this person got it. So you can see it's brand new seal, right? I'm just pointing that out for a reason, that it's brand new seal. This is brand new seal, and we only had one available. Brand new seal. Brand new seal. All right, so got that out the way. There is that adverse side. If we had set this as now, we did eventually, I think we did eventually accept this return. We're going to go into that in a second, but let me just kind of go a little further with this. Okay, so I wanted to show you the item, and then I want to show you the person got it. It was delivered on Monday the 12th of April, and as you can see, it says, "Please put some extra protection. Thank you." And we've really have focused a lot in our business, me and Carmen, on making sure items are just so packed, so well protected, secure, just to alleviate any kind of problems, especially when it deals with media and things like that. You know, music and all of that, because you know they cost very little to ship, and so why not go ahead and give them the best protection that you can, where you don't have to really worry about so much as weight and things like that. So it's purchased on on April the 6th. It was delivered on the 12th, and then here's what we get. Okay. The buyer return details right here. He said that both the Blu-ray and 4K discs were loose in the case, and they have deep scratches on both of them. Let's take a look at the pictures. They were loose in the case. Loose, okay. It doesn't really negate the fact that it was still brand new sealed. I mean, I understand things can happen if something is even brand new sealed. So he's the scratches that he's pointing at here, like something right here is look like, I don't know what that is there. So that's one picture. There's another picture there. This was a buyer. We went on ahead and accepted the return. Return started, return shipped, return delivered. We went on ahead and accepted the return. Item looks great. We thought he was probably stunting or something, but the item was great. You know, if you got this return like this set at and you know, one of the reasons why we didn't have a hassle on returning, because it didn't have a digital code anyway. So we didn't really want to be bothered. We know we can get it back. We'll resell it. Now it's open box though, or now it's, you know, used or whatever, and rather than brand new. So I don't know if he was stunting or not. You know, they didn't look, to me when we got the disc, they didn't look like they had any scratches on them. Once we ran the cotton or the cloth over them, it looked great. But let's go to the next one here. Camera. As you can see right here, seller does not accept returns. There's the listing for you right there. Just a few things I put on there. I'm not a photographer. I do not know the shutter count. They're going to ask you all sorts of things. Item is used, but in a very excellent condition. Shows minor to normal wear from handling. Comes with everything. Pictures are a true example of the exact item. And so if you look at that item there, you see it's a very beautiful Rebel T6 camera. Very beautiful camera. I mean, just flawless. Honestly, to be honest, just flawless. Working perfectly. Thoroughly tested, because that's what we have to do. Pictures, lots of pictures of it, because you want to put as many pictures as possible. This item here, we had it listed for $349 with all the accessories that came with it. And this person here purchased this on April the 8th, and it was delivered on April the 10th. Okay? We do not accept returns for this item. Now, it's listed on the 10th. We got over here. Paid ship now. Offer expire. Respond to offer. We will get to that in a second. Okay, so where was I at? All right, so let's go to, they got it on the 10th, and the next step, return. Let's look at return details. They got it on, I think we said the 10th, right? Delivered on the 10th. April the 10th, the buyer's return started. They said on the 10th. They said, I'm so sorry. I thought this was the T6i. The T6 just will not work for me, as it times out on live streams, and the batteries are not interchangeable with the T6i's that I have. Now, you mean that you have some T6i's already, or do you have some other T6s? You know? But the point of the matter is I read this, ordered by mistake, just doesn't do it for him. I replied and said, "Hi, we are sorry to hear that you mistakenly thought this was a T6i. Will you please share more of the reason why this does is not your preference? And you say the batteries are not interchangeable with the T6i that you already have? Question mark. Most of the time we do not offer returns, but I would like more detailed information from you that will help us determine if we will accept the return in this matter. Thanks so much." All right. They come with another reply. I don't want to waste a lot of you guys' time. Maybe you want to see this. I don't know. We'll keep reading. We stream, and the T6 has the same issue as my T2i, in that it stops recording or streaming after 30 minutes. The battery thing is something I could get by with because I could just buy more batteries. Just the overall functionality of the camera really doesn't fit for us. I bought it thinking it was the T6i. I do apologize for that. But I don't want to spend money just to be in the same situation I was already in. It's a great camera. It's just not suited for photography and streams that are shorter than 30 minutes. I boxed it up last night and am willing to take 20 off the return simply because I misread the title. Please let me know if you accept the return, because I've already had it. I'd like to ship it back to you tomorrow. And I replied on the 11th. I said, "Hi, thank you for following up your follow-up message. Unfortunately, I was at work all day and just got home. I understand you ordered the wrong item, which I feel should have been addressed prior to receiving your item and sampling it. On certain items, we defer to offer returns. And for our protection, I didn't really go into a lot of the reason why we don't like to accept returns for some items for our protection. So I kind of like went into a whole new topic on the next part. And to avoid anything that can open that door for shoppers. Meaning, like, you know, one of the reasons I don't like to have certain listings set at allowing for a 30-day return is because I just don't want to open that door for certain items because of all the games. You can't differentiate, you can't distinguish buyers just based solely off of their feedbacks and, you know, their ratings and things like that. You really can't. So when you open the door to allow for returns, you allow to incur all sorts of things that may just not be right. Not that it can happen more so than not, but you do open that door. So we declined this one here on this item here. Now, the thing I wanted to tell you guys, now, what if we had this set here for a 30-day return? That means this buyer could just use this, sample this for whatever reason. They could have done whatever they needed to do with it, and then just turn it back in. They could have used it for an event, basically borrowed it, rented it, basically in a sense, for $20 or whatever. But I don't know. I'm just saying. The thing about it is, if I had it set at a 30-day return, then this item would have been back in our inventory for no fault of ours. You know, that does not benefit us. I mean, we had to have signature confirmation on this, and we also had to have insurance on this item because it was of a pricier item, because it was of a pricier, you know, range. But so that would have not benefited us, even though the buyer would have paid to return the item. It still would have not benefited us at all. It doesn't benefit the seller. It gives this buyer peace of mind. I can return it whenever. That is easy to be abused. Just to be able to know you can return it, and there are so many, you know, buyers spread out amongst various sellers who abuse that. I mean, they wait till the 29th day to put in their request. I mean, they got an alarm set for it. I'm returning this. I want to make sure I get my money back. All right, so let's move on. Famous, the AirPods. Now, as I told you in the last video, if you haven't checked out that video, please check out the video that deals with should you allow returns or should you not. Seller does not accept returns. These are brand new second generation Apple AirPods. Verified from Apple, from, you know, Best Buy and Walmart. So there, with items like this here, this kind of like is that distinguishing feature of, well, am I going to incorporate in my listings the return or not? This item is brand new. It is so ridiculously, this item here is ridiculously cloned, and you know, it's just, people have really abused and really have done a thing with Apple AirPods with the clones and the fakes and the all that type of stuff. So this is an item here that when we list it, we do not list it as a return period, because there's no way I'm about to just allow you at your own discretion to be fraudulent and abuse the return policy and send me a fake AirPod back that's brand new. So this is an item that we just do not want to get into that, open that door for, period. So we don't accept returns on any brand new sealed item, but especially an item that can be exchanged out for a fake one, especially after whether it's open or not. So and you know, it's easy to abuse it because you can take the real AirPods out, you can keep the charging case, and just return the box that has the serial number, and it all looks good, you know. But you know, so this person here, they purchased 2 of these. They purchased the last 2 we had, and here we go. They purchased it on April the 12th. They received it on April the 16th. They got both of them. Okay. We had to add a sign for this. We made them a signature for it. And one of the things we normally do with AirPods when we send them out to the buyer, we actually send them a picture of their serial number and all of that, just to kind of basically validate. If it's not in the listing, it will be in the actual individual's email or message that this is the item that you're getting with that particular distinguished tracking number. All right, so they got it on the 16th, and as you can see right here, delivered on the 16th. This one here, it's because it was the shipping was combined to this one, so I could put that one in there, but it never mind that. But here we go. They got it on the 16th, and here we go. Let's look at what's going on here. Let's go right here first. All right. They put a return in, and it says this here. Sibling return started, ordered by mistake. Now, they got it on the 16th. On the 18th is when they put the request in. Now, keep in mind, they had to sign for this. They had to sign for it. So on the 16th, someone signed for it on the 16th, and then on the 18th, I think the 16th was like a Friday, if I'm correct. The 16th was a Friday. So they got it on the Friday, and then on the 18th, which was a Sunday, they put in their request. I think I just knocked that down, didn't I? Okay. So they put in their request. Okay. And they said that the sibling made order without permission. All right. The sibling made order without permission. All right, so here we go. The buyer says, I need to return this item. Now, they put in a request, and I denied the request. I denied it. Unfortunately, we do not accept returns on some items, especially new factory sealed. We feel it would have been best to refuse delivery from your local post office carrier when this item required your signature on signature of an eBay item. Our listing is clear of this new sealed Apple AirPods that the seller does not accept returns. I do apologize for your sibling purchasing two of these items per se. Thanks for your understanding. Now, the flip side is if I had automatic 30-day return, this item would have just came right through. If you're a multi-millionaire Amazon, eBay, in this case eBay seller, if you're a multi-millionaire, seller, you might be cool with all sorts of returns coming in that are fraudulent. You might have every, checks and balances, everything in place where you can write off this and you take care of everything. I don't have time for that on my level where I'm at, and and especially with products when you're not some multi-million-dollar reseller, especially with items that are hard to get. Apple AirPods are not easy to get at all. So especially brand new sealed, those come at a very high price, and they're hard to get. So that's not something I want to play around with and just offer them to, especially with the game. We have had in the past, we've had only one time where we've had fake AirPods come back to us. And so, and then it wasn't a matter of we allow return because they were new sealed too then. But they sent us back some fake AirPods, and we was not happy about that. All right. The next one is this one here. Now, I had for that person there, I had another, maybe it'll pop up in a minute, because there was a feedback. I had a, let me see something right quick. No, let's go back here. Okay, so next one, this person here that I just went by with the AirPods, they end up, when that case was closed because I denied them to return the item that they said they was accidentally purchased, they end up messaging me back about a week later, maybe a week and a half later, trying to interject a new claim. So I can't even return them if they don't even work. If they don't work, trying to insinuate they don't work. So they were really bent on returning an item. And so I didn't reply back. I called eBay and made them aware of, where this customer's trying to take something to, from going to the point where they saying that they accidentally purchased them and now they don't work. So that, and I don't know. I'm on this side and they're on that side of town, but I just know that whole situation didn't seem right at all. Period. and I'm thankful I wasn't, you know, caught up in that on the bad side of it. All right, so the next customer is we got some discs here. As you can see, again, no returns on that one. And I wanted to let you guys just kind of look at the pictures that we had for it. As you can see right here, these are all going to be brand new sealed DVDs and movies. We'll have one that's going to have some, as you can see right there, some packaging, but on the corners you can see this is still fully sealed. It's fully sealed still, and it does have some tears right there. All right, so the customer comes back, and when he receives them, he says this here: I was fine with the wrapping being off, but the dent is bad, and I am a collector. So let's look at those pictures. Here's the dent right here by the little eye. They're right there. Almost in a sense, this one here, where that first tear was, and then the other tears was like maybe up here or somewhere. Let me see. I can look at it again. Yeah, one look, the tear here at the bottom there, and then one up to the side. So where he's saying there's a dent would have to be about right here, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe right there is where the next dent could have been. Very possible that those tears we see in the packaging could have caused that dent. That's very possible. Our problem is this here. Here's our problem in this, and there's the other angle of the dent. It looks like something right there. That could be where the other one was. So he's got two little look like two indentions. Not real. It's not banged up enough where it, did anything to the case. Now I want to show you guys something. I'll show you guys something. I want to show you guys something right quick. Look at the listing here. This is the listing. This digital Blu-ray Steelbook, new, package damaged. All right. Look at our listing. Condition is brand new seal. Packaging is worn or torn. Steelbook may have minor wear, dimples, or wrap or warp. If not listed with dents, then it is not something easily visible by naked eye, or maybe minor. These are not being sold as mint in box, MIB, collector editions. These are meant to be a good buy with a great price and condition. That's the listing there. If you are a collector, if you're a collector, you pay attention to something like that, okay? Packaging damage and all that type of stuff. So let's go to the next one. So he sends the picture, he says what he says, and then we get back at him and we say, first we sent him a message that said, okay, you can return it if it's brand new, still sealed. Because our problem is this here is that the digital codes. The problem with we're having that, the box stores are having, Best Buy, Walmart, Target, a lot of these people are having problems with people abusing the return by buying the disc, using the digital code, and returning the item. Disc is still brand new. The steelbook, the casings, the wrapping, everything could still be grade A. I mean, just the digital code's gone. They own the movie now. They don't need the disc. They forever own the movie. So that's our problem with this. With him sending us this, even though it's just $20, like we saw in the last guy with the DVDs. But the problem is this here is that it's $20, but you're saying that you're saying that it was open first of all, which we see that could have not been open. So let's go back to here. Okay, so the one he said, I said, as I look at your picture, the wrapping should in no way be off. We only had 3 of these available in stock, and you got the second one. So he didn't even get the one that was, he didn't even get the last one. He got the one that was fully wrapped. He didn't even get the one that was, he got the second one. All were factory sealed as in our listings. None had the wrapping off. The pictures you are showing us is not the one in our listing with factory wrappings on it. Okay. Goes over here and it says view order details, new, all right, here's his let me go back up over here for a second. Apologize. Here he goes. He says, as soon as I took it off, it revealed, talking about as soon as he took the wrapping off, it revealed the dents. But I will leave your review and take it up with eBay. Thank you. Have a great day. So now he's insinuating, threatening with a review or feedback, basically. So, as a result, this is what happened. We got a feedback on it. Okay. So, and congratulations to us for hitting the red star, 1,000 reviews. Great job on us for that. And then you're going to look down and you're going to see in the last month, we got 1 negative review, and that was that person. Let's read it and let's see what he says. Terrible seller. I had purchased an item and it was all dented up. All dented up. Really? Is that what we saw? All dented up? And they are saying it's not the one I purchased. Didn't see dents until the wrapping was off. Until you took the wrapping off. He had another message that said it was hanging on by threads or something. The wrapping. Do not buy from this seller. Ask for pictures of the product before you buy. But that's crazy because look at this here. Look at this. Look at this seller down here. Well packed and quickly delivered. Thank you. Fast shipping and great packaging. Thank you so much. 2 different people. Let's look at another one. Let's look at this one. Excellent seller. Item arrived faster than expected and was great condition. My 4K Blu-ray box was packaged very well and protected. Definitely would recommend this seller, and I would buy from them again. What does this one say here? Arrived on time. Here's another one. Awesome seller, perfectly packed and sent quickly. So the point I'm making is this here. The point of it is you're gonna get returns. You're gonna have to learn how to. It's a feedback, right? It takes you from, took us from 99.2 something, whatever, to 99, back to 99.1. Especially since, as you can see, in the last couple of months, since February, sales have been slow. Things have been slow. So, the least amount of items that you sell, the more feedbacks that you get that are not positive, can really mess things up really bad. But that doesn't affect your seller's rating or standing. That doesn't have nothing. A person's opinion of the item doesn't have anything to do with your. Uh, uh, it has nothing to do with your seller side status or anything. You ain't gonna lose your top rated seller because because of your feedbacks, you know. But I guess if you get real bad, then you could lose your whole account or something. I don't know if it's just bad product, but so you know, it happens. It happened, but hey, you know, we just didn't give in to him. And, you know, I would have if he had a different tone. And, you know, I had just been talking to myself the other day. I was like, we're just going to have this policy, just do it in a sense where, you know, we're just going to make the customers happy. But like I said, in this particular case, I woke up that morning, you know, I kind of thought about what he said after Corman sent the message to him about, you know, you can return it if it's new, still sealed, because we were concerned about the digital code. We just don't like being, you know, abused. And it's crazy because the seller still kept the movies, right? He still kept the DVD. You could have just put a return request in. If you're a collector, and that's what my reply was. I don't know if you guys seen my reply that I did on that one there. I don't know if you seen my reply, but my reply was this here. Listing stated, semicolons, new factory sealed, not for collectors, may have dents. Buyer open brand new item. Item has digital code. Some items we don't accept back once opened that were brand new. Buyer said they're a collector, but a collector would have reviewed a listing carefully before buying. That's what you do when you're a collector, right? You have to know what you're collecting because you're trying to get paid later off of it. Buyer quick to leave negative feedback. Shows what kind of person he is. We messaged buyer to return item if new and reminded buyer of our listing and pictures. Nothing rude. Buyer mad, threatened feedback, wanted money and movie. So, at the end of the day, you know, it's like, hey, at the end of the day, it's like, he still didn't return it. You know, you only paid $20. I mean, when you deal with customers like that they're messaging you first and foremost. You know, if you're a collector and the item is not to your satisfaction, and you're a collector, a genuine collector, why don't you just put in a return request immediately? Why are you trying to talk about I was okay with it being unwrapped and but it's got major dents in it? That's automatically indication that okay, you're looking to get something back. What do you want? You know, you're not going to get anything because, you know, you've already opened it. It has digital codes. I don't know what you're up to. You may not be a collector, to be honest. But anyway, that's what I want to show you guys about customer returns. You know, there's a time that you have to really, you know, for the betterment of your, whether it's your ratings or, you know, your account. There are sometimes you have to really go ahead and accept returns. I mean, it really makes no sense, and there's really no blueprint or you know, there's no real system in place of whether you should accept a return or not. You know, I mean, honestly, you know, every buyer is not fraudulent. You can't call every buyer a liar or whatever. You shouldn't literally call any buyer a liar, of course. You don't do that. That could get your account messed up being rude. But the point I'm saying is that you really can't weed people out, to be honest. You know, yeah, we block the guy. We can block him like we block any other person. The person with the apples, block them. You know, report them to eBay. eBay even requested that they be blocked. I mean, you can, you can see where people are trying to go with stuff. But the point I wanted to make is that you should use some prudence and some common sense and a little bit of experience in dealing with returns. And this was just a good example of why you shouldn't have every listing basically where people can just return whatever they want to return. You know, so with that being said, I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. If you haven't subscribed, I appreciate it if you would. And with that being said, I hope I've helped give some really good content and just kind of showing you guys what's out there as far as when it comes to all sorts, when you're dealing with just thousands and thousands and upon 10,000s of what sellers deal with just on a regular. So with that being said, I really appreciate you guys, and I thank you for looking. And if you haven't checked out my other videos, please do that as well. And if you haven't subscribed. Thank you very much. Bye for now.